Arsenal could temporarily move to Wembley, Borussia Dortmund fight to keep their future captain, and Barcelona step up the chase for Marc Guehi. Meanwhile, Romelu Lukaku explains his viral touchline clash, and Leroy Sane makes headlines after an Oktoberfest bust-up. All that and more. This is your football news update. Paul Scholes has criticised Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim, claiming the Portuguese coach is getting too much time at the club. Speaking ahead of United's clash with Liverpool, Scholes said he expects another difficult night for his former side despite their 2-0 win over Sunderland before the international break. Under Amorim, United have recorded just 19 wins from 50 matches, a 38% success rate that Scholes says falls well short of expectations for a club of United's size. He added that the issues at Old Trafford run deeper than recent results, with pressure continuing to build on Amorim's leadership. Jude Bellingham has returned to Real Madrid training after being left out of England's latest squad, a decision that prompted manager Thomas Tuchel to explain the omission. The midfielder, now fully fit following shoulder surgery, was not included in the Three Lions lineup for this month's international fixtures. Tuchel confirmed that England opted to retain the same midfield group that featured in their wins over Andorra and Serbia in September. Addressing questions about Bellingham, Tuchel said he had already spoken with the player, describing him as very special, but confirming the decision to maintain squad consistency. Bellingham will continue training with Real Madrid during the international break as he builds back to full match sharpness. Former Bayern Munich and Manchester City winger Leroy Sane was involved in an altercation during Oktoberfest in Munich after being provoked and personally humiliated inside a crowded beer tent. Now playing for Galatasaray, Sane reportedly clashed with a fan following taunts from a group of Bayern supporters late on Sunday night. Witnesses say the incident was quickly broken up, and local authorities have not confirmed whether any formal complaints were filed. FIFA just exposed Malaysia for cheating. Turns out the country allegedly forged birth certificates so 7 foreign-born players could play for their national team. FIFA called it pure and simple cheating. The players were fined, suspended for a year, and Malaysia's Football Association hit with a massive $440,000 penalty. Malaysia claims it was all just an administrative error, but FIFA says otherwise. From Spain to Argentina, none of their grandparents were actually born in Malaysia. Paul Pogba is nearing a return to professional football after 18 months out of action. The World Cup winner is expected to feature for Monaco soon, with manager Adi Hütter confirming that his comeback could happen any day, possibly in their next league match against Angers. Another option is Monaco's Champions League clash against Tottenham Hotspur 4 days later, a fixture that would mark Pogba's first appearance against Premier League opposition since leaving Manchester United. During his time in England, Pogba won 6 of his 9 meetings with Spurs. Now, after serving a doping suspension, the 31-year-old midfielder says he will only return when he feels fully himself. Monaco and France fans will be watching closely to see if Pogba can rediscover his former level. Borussia Dortmund are pushing to extend Nico Schlotterbeck's contract, viewing the 24-year-old defender as their future captain. His current deal runs until 2027, but the club want to secure a long-term extension amid growing interest from rivals. Germany legend Lothar Matthäus has urged Bayern Munich to move for Schlotterbeck, claiming he would form a strong partnership with Jonathan Tah in defense. Reports in Germany suggest Dortmund are preparing an improved offer, while Bayern continue to monitor the situation ahead of next summer. A former championship defender has been praised for saving a player's life during a Bundesliga match. Joel Gradowski, who plays for Arminia Bielefeld, was knocked unconscious after colliding with former Liverpool goalkeeper Loris Karius. The impact caused Gradowski to swallow his tongue, leaving him unable to breathe. Nikola Katic, who previously played for Plymouth Argyle, reacted immediately. He placed Gradowski in the recovery position and cleared his airway while calling for medical assistance. Medical staff rushed onto the field and treated the striker, who later regained consciousness. Gradowski embraced Katic before being substituted, and both clubs later confirmed that he was in stable condition. The incident occurred during a second Bundesliga fixture between Schalke and Arminia Bielefeld. Arsenal are considering a temporary move to Wembley Stadium while renovation work is carried out at the Emirates. The club is exploring plans to expand capacity beyond 70,000 seats, which would make it one of the largest stadiums in the Premier League and put them ahead of North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur. A short-term relocation to Wembley, similar to Spurs' move during their own stadium rebuild, is being discussed as part of Arsenal's long-term upgrade project. Former Manchester United striker Memphis Depay has been forced to miss the Netherlands fixture against Malta after his passport was reportedly stolen in Brazil. Depay, now playing for Corinthians, was scheduled to fly out to join the national team, but was stopped at the airport when he couldn't produce his travel documents. Dutch manager Ronald Koeman confirmed the issue, saying Depay explained the situation to officials but was still denied boarding. The Dutch FA later stated that Depay is working with authorities to secure emergency papers and will rejoin the team as soon as possible. He is expected to arrive in Amsterdam on Tuesday after receiving a temporary passport. Koeman called the situation unfortunate, noting that it affects both the player and the squad's preparation. Leeds United could face disciplinary action after Tottenham Hotspur players were targeted with objects thrown from the stands. During the match, Pedro Porro was struck by a vape while preparing to take a corner in front of the Leeds supporters. Later, after scoring the winning goal, footage showed a bottle narrowly missing Mohamed Kudus as he celebrated near the touchline. The incidents were captured on video, with the projectile passing just inches from Kudus' head as he sat on a stool used by ball kids and photographers. The Football Association has confirmed it is aware of both incidents and has launched an investigation. Leeds could face a substantial fine if found responsible. Eintracht Frankfurt are preparing a renewed move for Newcastle United forward William Osler ahead of the winter transfer window. The Bundesliga club tried to sign the 22-year-old on deadline day in the summer, but saw their approach rejected. Reports now suggest Frankfurt have already reached an agreement on personal terms with Osler and are confident of finalizing a deal once the window reopens. Gary Lineker has backed Marcus Rashford to take on one of Robert Lewandowski's key roles at Barcelona. The England international has impressed under new manager Hansi Flick, regaining form after a difficult spell at Manchester United under Ruben Amorim. Lineker believes Rashford's pace, movement and finishing could make him a natural fit in Barcelona's attack as the club looks to refresh its forward line beyond Lewandowski. Former Liverpool and Newcastle midfielder Danny Guthrie has secured a new role in Dubai 3 years after being declared bankrupt. The 37-year-old was announced as the new technical director of Al Harda Football Academy in the United Arab Emirates earlier this month. Guthrie retired from professional football less than a year before entering bankruptcy in 2022, following reports that he had been repaying a significant gambling debt. At the time, court restrictions prevented him from borrowing more than £500 without disclosing his bankruptcy status and from serving as a company director without approval. Despite those limitations, Guthrie has now begun a new chapter in football development abroad, marking his return to the sport in an off-field capacity. Romelu Lukaku has explained why he became involved in a heated exchange at a children's football match. Lukaku was attending a tournament at Leicester City's academy to watch his son when a parent asked for a photograph. He said he was speaking to an old acquaintance, former Standard player Benny Buddy Banger, and asked to finish the conversation first. After posing for the photo, Lukaku walked to his car to rest. According to Lukaku, a parent then told him, "If you don't want to take a picture with everyone, you should have stayed home, bro." He says he removed his hat and confronted the man, later admitting, "I wanted to punch him." No further details about any formal complaint or charges have been reported. Barcelona have stepped up their pursuit of Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi as competition for the England international continues to grow. Reports suggest the Catalan club have intensified contact with Guehi's representatives, with Bayern Munich, Liverpool and Real Madrid also monitoring his situation. Guehi, under contract at Selhurst Park until 2026, came close to joining Liverpool in the summer, and his availability could now spark a major bidding war ahead of the next transfer window.